Looks like you lost another one.
Hey kings and queens, you are now tuning into Queenxme TV, and today we are going to talk about HBCUs and PWIs and the differences between the two. So without further ado, let's get into today's video. So let's get into a little background information. I went to Prairie View from 2015 to 2017 and then transitioned to Lamar from 2018 to now.
And boy, I can tell you now, there is a huge difference between the two.
I honestly thought that it was gonna be kind of the same. I mean, I'm thinking college is college everywhere you go. No. Let's start off with the first subject, the people. PV is pretty much black everywhere you turn. It's more of a family feel rather than a there's a big difference between the people. I can say that the black people at Prairie View and the black people at Lamar, two different breeds. I don't know if it's the atmosphere. I'm not sure if it's, the different backgrounds with people and where they come from. I don't know what it is. So at a PWI, you would naturally expect there to be more whites than any other race, right? Lamar, I feel like is 70, maybe 60, 65, 70% white. African Americans will probably be next. I'll probably say like 20%. Hispanics, maybe anywhere between 10 to 15%. I don't know, and then others is the rest of the percentage. It looks like it could be a mixed race school, but I know with the classes that I was in, I and maybe 2, 3, maybe 4 others, and I'm talking not only black, but Hispanics and Asians and other races, it would be predominantly white. And at that point, I was like out of my element. You know what I'm saying? I was no longer in a classroom full of black people. I was now in a classroom full of white people. And everybody there is more of, a smile in your face, and then, it's a lot of fakeness there. It's gonna be something. It's just gonna be something that is gonna offset that school. And in my opinion, at Lamar, it's the actual people that class sizes. The class sizes at Prairie View are much more smaller than the class sizes at Lamar. I want to say like the intake of people at Prairie View where I was about 8,000, and at Lamar now it's about close to 16,000. So it's nearly double, you know what I'm saying? But as far as like the curriculum and what you actually learn, I will say that I have learned more history alone in one class at Prairie View than I have at all of my years in high school, which amazes me because it's like, dang, in high school, were you just telling me these things, to shield me from the real truth? Or, you know what I'm saying? Like they kind of pick and choose what they want you to know. Prairie View was a real one with them history classes, I will say that. But as far as Lamar, I've only taken certain nursing classes at Lamar, and I can't really just say that, I would learn more at Lamar than I would at Prairie View. However, their professors at Lamar, I feel like are a little bit more in tune with you, and it's weird because, like I said, they have more people in the classes, but they're really more into you trying to pass their class. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna lie, at Prairie View I sensed kind of like the crabs in a bucket feel when it came to, asking the professors for help, and then they have other classes to worry about, and then it's like, oh, if you don't get it, I'm sorry. You know what I'm saying? Like, they just kind of let you out there. And from that point on, from the time that you ask them for help, it's literally like they have you as a marker. Like, okay, this person asked me for help, so therefore they're not really just gonna catch up. And it was like that for, I want to say, at least 6 of my classes that I could just go off rip of. Let's get into the business side / financial aid. Everybody knows that Prairie View's financial aid and Prairie View's business, how they do business, is a total pain. Man, you will spend, you know what, if you need to get in contact with financial aid, don't worry about calling, because you'll be on the phone with them all day, just trying to get a line in. You need to go up there, which is really the downside. You know what I'm saying? It's like, you're a smaller university. It shouldn't have to be this hard, to get in contact with you in regards to the funding and everything. But they quick, to tag on them late fees. They quick to charge you with any little thing.
That's not it.
LAMAR, it's good to know that, I could just call up on a random day and they'll answer the phone, and I won't have to worry about, oh, I gotta make that hour drive, this, that, and the other. No, they're good with the business side. They want you to have everything aligned, your ducks in a row, your I's dotted, your T's crossed, everything. They are good with business. Prairie View, I wish maybe they're better, maybe because, like I said, it's been almost 3 years since I've, attended that university. Maybe they've gotten better. I'm not sure. But when I was there, it was a total pain. Like, it got to the point where my parents had to come up there and handle business. Like, it was sad, you know what I'm saying? Because you out there on your own, you're trying to, do stuff. You're trying to prove that, you could be independent, this, that, and the other. But nah, man, like, Prairie View, if they haven't already worked on it, they need to work on it. And I hope that they have. The housing. From what I saw, LAMAR has very small dorms. I mean, it was the same dorms that has been, their dorms are pretty small. They make you want to, it's like you can't really just, you know what I'm saying? Like, Prairie View's dorms, I would say, had the best dorms. I want to say, and I feel like I could speak for all HBCUs, that HBCU is more likely to have better housing than any PWIs. I will say this, the amount that you pay for, though, for the housing doesn't really, I wish they would just come down on it just a little bit, because it's like, dang, like, yeah, this is better than, A&M or, Lamar's or whatever down the street. But do I really have to pay that much just to stay here? It's I don't know. I guess you can't really just have your cake and eat it too. But I would have to say that Prairie View's dorms were much better. I stayed in the University College, of course, as a freshman. And then as a sophomore, I stayed in phase 3, where, and I don't know if it's the same, but you had to have a certain GPA to stay in phase 3. And from what I saw, like, quality is just much better. I will say that maintenance was a pain, trying to get maintenance to come out there and everything. But other than that, housing was good. The food, let's get into the food, y'all. Y'all know y'all gotta have food to survive, this, that, and whatever. Y'all need to have food to survive. But man, this was a tough one. I know, don't come for me in the comments. Don't drag me, y'all. Look, Prairie View, they had Chicken Mondays. They had Catfish Fridays. They had all these little restaurants, like at the bowling alley. I'm not even sure what it's even called anymore, but they had like a restaurant there, and they had some good burgers. Oh my gosh, it was so good. And you know, like, I enjoy that. I looked forward to going and eating there. You know what I'm saying? But let's just say it had a lot of fiber in their food. Then at Lamar, they had gumbo every other day, and that gumbo was so good. Oh my gosh, they had gumbo. They had chicken. Their chicken was a little bland, but that's expected at a PWI. They had catfish. I really didn't like their catfish. It wasn't Prairie View's, I will say that. They had a pretty good variety of food. You know what I'm saying? I know Prairie View, they didn't have a wide range, but at a bigger school, you would expect, you know, more of a variety of assortment of foods. You know what I'm saying? They had Hispanic, they had Chinese food, American, they had a deli, they had, you know, a salad, soul food line. Like, they had a good variety. So honest to God, if I just had to choose, it would actually depend on what day. Mondays, Prairie View. Tuesdays, Lamar. Wednesdays, Lamar. Thursdays, probably Prairie View. Fridays, for sure, Prairie View on their Catfish Friday. Let's get into homecoming. So I have officially attended 3 Prairie View homecomings. I know, Megan, you only been there for 3 years. Well, I, you know, kind of peeped at Lamar's homecoming in 2018. I was not impressed. I'm not used to bonfires. I'm not used to, you know, pellet fights or the pellet gun fight. I'm not used to that stuff. You know what I'm saying? I'm used to tents. I'm used to, you know, a lot of food, a lot of drinks, a lot of people, you know, just a vibe. You know what I'm saying? Tailgating, it goes down. Y'all, I feel like I can speak for all HBCUs when I say that any HBCU's homecoming will be better than a PWI's.
Point blank, period.
Look, I can't, that's just an experience that you are gonna have to do for yourself, because it's just honestly the best. I wouldn't, you know, Lamar ain't got nothing on Prairie Views, boo-boo. I would have to say, though, that Lamar did have more of a variety of what you could do around there. For instance, they had like the tie-dye shirts. I mean, that's cool. They had the drawing of your own face. They had water balloon fight, paint gun. Is it paint gun? What is it? You know what I'm talking about, where you get the guns and the paint comes out. They had that. That's from what I can remember. And then Prairie View, I don't know. If you're into activities, I would say go to the PWIs. But if you're into more of a, you know, a vibe, a family feel, like a good cookout party that's just for everybody, go to Prairie View's parties. Disclaimer, I have never been to a Lamar party. I have heard about Lamar's parties. Putting that out there. From what I've heard, they parties ain't it. All they parties is kickbacks. If y'all don't know what kickbacks is, it's basically a group of people who will socialize in one person's house, apartment, dorm. That's a kickback. Now Prairie View, they had kickbacks, they had official parties. I know one party that I actually look forward to is the Key Party, and that is hosted by the Alphas. And Usually their key parties from, I know I went to 2. I couldn't make one. I know for sure I went to 2. And the first one, my freshman year, you had to wear all black. Like, it was cool. It was cool. Like, it was nice. I had a good time. It was a little out the way, but I mean, the jungle was kind of their territory. So, I mean, that's where we went. And it was nice. I have to say that I had a really good time. My then friends, we all had a good time. Everybody was careful. The safety was good. Like, they parties are what's up. Kickbacks. Every day there is a kickback at Prairie View. It could be a Tuesday morning. There's going to be a kickback. It could be a Friday night. Of course, it's going to be a kickback. It could be at the bowling alley. Yeah, we have a bowling alley. It could be at the bowling alley. There'll be a kickback. It could be at the Rex pool. There'll be some type of kickback on a Sunday. I'm just kidding. I don't know. It probably was. I just didn't know about it. I don't know. But their parties are what's up. It's good. I mean, Lamar is cool. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't say, you know, don't choose Lamar. And I'm not saying don't choose Prairie View just because I left there for Lamar. What you should do is definitely do your research. If you are, you know, looking for colleges, do your research according to your major. I chose Prairie View because I wanted to be a nurse, and Prairie View is excellent with nursing. At least it was. I don't know if it is still, but when I was, you know, attending there, it was good with nursing. With Lamar is also good with nursing, but they're good in other areas that Prairie View isn't. For instance, you wouldn't choose Prairie View to go to law. You know what I'm saying? Or for law. You wouldn't choose Lamar, you know, for education. You know what I'm saying? If you really just want to go to a HBCU, do your research on that HBCU based off of what you want to do in life. Okay, don't just go there because, oh, all my friends are going there. Don't just go there because, you know, oh, I've heard, you know, great things and I feel like, you know, because such and such did well there, I'm gonna do well there. Everybody's experience is very different, and what people are gonna have to understand is that just because, you know, this person succeeded there, not to, you know, bring it down, but you gonna hit some roadblocks one way or another, whether it's with the professor, whether it's with financial aid, whether it's with the classes, whether it's with, you know, the passing grade and the grade changes and everything, because literally every year something changes at any university. I can attest to that because I'm still going through some changes right now with Lamar, you know. So that actually concludes today's video. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments down below. And thank you for tuning in to Queenxme TV.